Okay, so this video is just about where we are overall on a larger time frame, and in particular after today's action. So today's expectation was that after the drop yesterday, we'll probably see a move up towards 50, 80, 50, 100, and if bears have to take a short, that's the area to short. And if it goes above 50, 100, then bulls can take it up to 50 and 50, 5200 as a target, right? So that was very clear scenario. But we saw in the last half an hour, 1 hour, the move to 1595 exactly, or 1596 was shorted, right? And it came back to where we chopped all day in the morning, right? So pretty much bears are in control. The trend line from the top, if you see, is holding, and as long as that is holding, the path is down, right? The reason I'm recording this video is that what this path down really means, there will be a lot of videos floating around of a very deep crash coming, recession, etc., etc. But we need to have a line in sand in terms of levels, that from where we start thinking completely bearish, and for until what level we think this is a small correction to the 1100 points rally which happened from October, late October to April, right? And after we called that top basically at around 50, 60, right? We had around 1167 points, and we have corrected only about 300 points from that, right? So is this a correction to this rally, or it's something deeper, right? So that's what I'm going to talk about, and the levels that matters the most, right? So for the previous year, you would remember that we kept on talking about that, this whole dip from 2022 highs to these October 2022 lows. We kept talking this as an A leg, and we kept talking for a long time as a B leg until we started this rally again, and it started crossing over, and we said, okay, no, we are going higher, right? And we take it to the top again here. But some of the charts which are floating around are still talking about a C leg coming, like this, that this is still a B, which was an extended B wave, and a C will still come either as a running flat or as an expanded flat, right? So that's fine. I mean, technically there is no problem with that, but I want to be very clear on the levels that I'm watching for, and the patterns that I would wait to see to actually start looking at those levels, right? So this is more of a overview video, not really a simple plan for tomorrow, which is pretty much the same which I've documented in the Substack and the previous video, that once we start dropping, we want to do a next leg lower somewhere in this area, right? So we'll just get into that right now, and understand this the overall role it's going to play in this chart, right? Whether we are again dumping all the way down here somewhere, or we have a path up, right? So that's what we are looking at now. As any breakout trading that we do, when the breakout really happens, it tests the breakout area again, right? It does not just keep on going. And for now, my belief is that this is all what is happening. We have the small a balance zone here, which was a demand, basically lying just below the breakout level. And if I see what's going on here, just expand this, and I measure this leg, and this is a interim top again, then what I'm looking at is that if I just mark the 100% extension to this high, it comes to 4816. 4816 was nothing but your 2022 top, right? So what essentially it means is that we are looking at this as A, B, and a C leg coming right into the demand. Now, if today was the start of the C leg, then for the next few days we are looking at a move up, a sharp leg down probably after the Apple earnings, and then a consolidation and a fifth wave coming here, right, which will kind of complete this correction pattern. And post that, again, it comes as a retest into the demand zone and the breakout high. And post that, if this is just a corrective and bulls come back, we are looking at this move towards the end of the year, right? So this is a very clear understanding of how bulls can act for the next 3 to 4 months once this completes, and next probably in I would say less than 2 weeks, right? So this should be over well within mid-May time frame, and from there we can start the rally if bulls are in control. Now, things can change is that instead of this being 100% retracement where C is equal to A and we start moving up, what if this starts becoming a deeper um, extension, right? So instead of 100%, let's say it starts breaking, right? It starts breaking in a way that this particular cell comes still here, right, to the lower range of the demand or below that, right? And this will be somewhere around this 4600 area, right? 4614, right? So it's about same area, right? So if it comes here, then I'll have to start thinking about that this is like a wave 3. So this is not an ABC, but essentially then we are looking at this as a wave 1, 2, 3, probably a bounce again to 40 and 5, right? So this will turn into like a complete impulsive structure coming down. So this just tells you how important this area basically is, right? So this demand zone is what is going to define a difference between a bull and a bear case, right? So let's say if this happens, let me just draw it for you. We come down here, a bounce, and this wave actually finishes here, right? So 4600, then we bounce again, right? We bounce back to somewhere above 4800, back into the 4900 zones and all that. But then I'll be very cautious here, right? So if this structure is forming, I'll be very cautious, and I would look for the reversals coming from this particular zone, the 4940, 4944, and then we can have a lower leg down, right? So this is what I'm gonna watch for in the next few days between the two scenarios. That does everything kind of finishes, slows down above 4816 and 4800, this range, and the demand top side of the demand holds. But if it doesn't, and this sell becomes very sharp and we break this demand, come down, touch 4600, then things can get really, really, worrisome for bulls, to say the least, right? And this is not going to be ending here. We are looking at another pop as a wave 4 and another wave 5 down, right? So those avenues are still open, but this area in particular is what is important for bulls, right? So this demand zone, sorry, what I'm doing. This demand zone basically needs to hold. All right. So hope this clarifies what a difference between a bull and a bear scenario would mean like for next 2 to 3 weeks. You can plan your trades accordingly, and I hope this helps. Thank you.